everybody. Hopefully you're having a good 3-day weekend. I've enjoyed having a little extra day to get ready for the trading week. Anyway, I'm coming to you from the basement of my double wide trailer, and hopefully in about 45 years I'll have it paid off. But if we can do a little better at trading, maybe we can pay for it a little quicker than that. But until then, I got to keep making the payments, or they'll come take it away. They'll put the tires back on it and take it away. All right, now, so since it's probably clear by now, but let's just make the statement. I am not a financial advisor. I'm here for entertainment, and I'm discussing what I'm seeing for the upcoming trading week. If you're looking for a financial advisor, I'm sure if you open the yellow pages, if you can find a telephone book, you can probably find one. But now most people use Google for that kind of stuff. So anyway, let's get into the 5 stocks that I'm bringing to you that I'm watching come Tuesday morning on the open. Oh, if you're looking for a stockbroker, I have started trading with Moomoo. I'm sure some of you guys have heard of Futu Holdings, or FUTU. That stock has been on a tear lately, lots of volatility. And you know, volatility can make us money or it can lose us money, because volatility works both ways. And here's a prime example. Oh yeah. So anyway, let's get into where we're going for this week. The first stock up is a drug company, and it's Prothena, P-R-T-A. They are doing research into Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, which is it's a very good area to be doing research in, because if you've ever been around anybody who suffered from either one of these diseases, it's very sad to watch the people fade away like that. And if these guys can come up with cures, that would be an amazing thing, and to be an investor in something like that is awesome. These guys got an upgrade on Friday. Jefferies upgraded their price target to 30, and they jumped like 45%. Now, institutional ownership of this stock as of the last time that was kind of updated, because you know this isn't updated every day, was 90%. So that kind of gives us a warning there about the volatility, because some of these institutions have probably invested for quite a while, and they're sitting there with a very low cost, dollar cost average, and they might start selling depending on what they see is going on. They may actually be holding, they may continue to buy. We just don't know. But because if they've had a 45% run up in price, you potentially could expect to see some selling, or you could see more people jumping in and buying because of the price upgrade. They got upgraded to $30, and they were trading at $16.80 at the time. So that's a pretty good deal. They jumped up, and the trading range on Friday was from went up to 23.87. So they're 16.80, 23.87. So there's definitely some volatility to there. And as we've already talked, volatility can make you money or it can take you out of the market. The stock did end the day at 22.85, so it wasn't quite all the way to the end of its trading range for the day, but it was pretty high. It's a lot higher than the initial pop. The initial pop come in, and they had a good solid close for the day. So potentially on Tuesday morning, this stock could continue to run up. Although I wouldn't be buying at the open, I always wait at least until 2 5-minute candles clear, and then I can watch and see if something's going to pull back, because a lot of people put their orders in and they go to work, and the orders, they clear no matter what the price was going to do. So you may want to wait and jump in. Now you can jump in early morning maybe and play the pre-market trading. That might make you some money. Our second stock, ASYS, Amtech Systems Incorporated. They're a supplier of semiconductor equipment to the power semiconductor. I can't even talk today. Something about being down here in the basement. Anyway, they are a supplier of power semi. I just can't say it. But you know what? They're in the they're selling components and stuff to the semiconductor industry. They manufacture products that are embedded in virtually everything around you. So all these little components in phones, cell phones, cameras, like with this thing that's recording right here, they potentially could have a component in there. So they're not like a name that you're going to know, but you're not going to see their brand on a piece of equipment, but the piece of equipment that you know may have their stuff in it. They were slowly trending up, and then here recently they have really started coming up, and on Friday they had a killer day. Let's see, it's because of earnings, apparently. So I've got a link on my website so you can go straight to their earnings deal. There's a link on Seeking Alpha that talks about their earnings. Apparently earnings were, let's see what they did. Oh, that's right. This is the first quarter they actually turned a profit. So these guys may have just come in from something that you trade to something that you invest in for the long term, because if they are actually making a profit, that potentially could be around. Although you never know. They could lose money next quarter, they could go bankrupt. We don't know. But anyway, supposedly they've turned a profit and they might stick around for a while. So it's something to look at. You might look at day trading this, you might look at swing trading it, or you might just put your money in it and forget about it. It's all up to you. It depends on what your situation is and all that other good stuff. Let's see. They had a nice pop. They pulled back, and then they continued to climb all day on Friday. So they did close up pretty good. They had a good solid close for the day on Friday. There's nothing else to really talk about, except you should be watching this one on Tuesday morning and see what it does. Just don't buy in right as soon as they open. Our third stock, SIFY. SIFY Technologies Limited provides integrated ICT solutions and services in India and internationally. The company operates in 5 segments: telecom, data center services, cloud managed service, technology integration service, application integrated services, blah, blah, blah. Sound like they do a bunch of IT stuff in India. Oh, wait. Excuse me for a second while I take this call. Little Fish Investors, can I help you?
We've been trying to reach you.
They heard me talking about them. So anyway, let's see. They've had a pop before. They fell back down, and then they continued to trend up, and now they're having another good pop. So now keep in mind, back in December, this stock was just over $1. So they're climbing up to almost $5. Now, if they can break that $5 mark and hold that, some of the institutional investors can start putting money in here. So this potentially could go from practically no institutional ownership to a lot of institutions starting to pile in, if they can break that $5 and hold above it. We don't know if they can or not. So anyway, let's talk about what they did on Friday. Friday's trading range was from $3.95 to $4.78. They ended at $4.70, and then they went down to $4.60 in after hours trading. So they did kind of hold up to the very high end of the trading range at the very end of the day, which is a very good thing. And potentially on Tuesday, I keep wanting to say Monday, but if on Tuesday, if they pop above that trading range for Friday, then potentially it could be a good day trade. You might want to look at swing trading this, or you may want to wait and see if they pull back like they did on the last pop. It's all up to you and your financial situation. I don't know what your risk reward is. I have worked in war zones, so my risk tolerance might be a little different than yours. So moving on to stock number 4, Real Networks Inc. I was a little surprised when this one popped up on the scanner. I wasn't sure they were still around. I remember them because they were the real network player. It was the only way you could listen to music for a while, or at least listen to music on the internet kind of thing. They were a big hot stock back then. I don't want to talk about how long ago that was, but anyway, they're still around. They're doing some things. They are involved in the music industry and players and all that, but they've got a whole bunch of other stuff. And on the daily chart, when you look back a month or so, they have started trending up. That's always a good thing. I like, because the trend is your friend kind of thing, until it decides not to be, then it stabs you in the back. Anyway, when you look at the daily chart, they have definitely moved up. And when you look at what they did on Friday, they did pretty good. They just basically trended up all day, which was a good thing. Friday's trading range was from $3.28 to $4.23. That's almost a dollar move for a day, and they ended at 4.14. So in a small stock like that with a dollar trading range, you can actually make some money. Because especially even with a small account, you can come in, buy however many shares you can buy, whether it's 1 share, 10 shares. You can make 50 cents a share. Hey, 1,000 shares, it's $500. Not bad for a day. All right. So anyway, I got a link here to their 2020 earnings. This one potentially could be a swing trade. I don't know if I would invest in it. I'm just a little nervous about that, but hey, maybe it would be an investment. Maybe I'll be missing out. I don't know. Anyway, what are your thoughts about it? Put the comments below. Oh, and I don't care if you hit the like button or not. Just keep watching. I don't care if you subscribe and all that. Just watch. Because if you watch enough, YouTube will keep recommending me to you. That's what I'm after. So anyway, let's see. What do we have? I'm looking here. Institutional ownership is 26%. That's not bad. That's a lot more than I would have thought it would be. Let's see. Insiders own like 40%. Apparently the insiders are hanging onto their stock. It doesn't look like they've had very many sales. So that's always a good thing. Moving on to stock number 5. This is my last one for this video. It's an industry that I'm not really keen on. I used to work in paper industry, and this is a paper industry. It's a forest products industry. So anyway, RFP, Resolute Forest Products Inc. They are in the forest product industry. Their product range includes market pulp, which is a very commodity type item. It's a low margin, but it can be profitable because they can produce a lot of volume if you have a good quality pulp mill. They do tissue paper. Tissue paper is a little higher end stuff. It has a higher margin. They do wood products and papers. And they actually sell what we call saw logs. They sell lumber. And lumber prices have really gone up since the pandemic. So there's actually probably money to be made in lumber right now. Paper, pulp, and tissue. If you're a specialty mill, some of those mills make good money. And these guys actually own, this owns or operates some 40 facilities, so they're in various ranges of the industry. My picture just flipped over. It kind of freaked me out for a second. And they do power generation assets. Some of the paper mills actually have their own power generation within the mill, and then sometimes they sell excess power. Sometimes they just use it all themselves. So anyway, these guys have definitely been trending up, so these guys are a good candidate for a swing trade. It might be one you just buy and hang on to for a little bit, but they have had a pretty good little run up lately, so anytime you get a run up, sometimes you get pullbacks, and so you got to be careful. Because remember that leverage thing, it works both ways. Leverage and volatility. Man, God, I can't even talk today. You would think with a day off yesterday, I'd be good to go. Nah, I didn't sleep good last night. I wanted to be trading today, and I can't trade today because it's a holiday and it's snowing outside. I live in Louisiana and it's snowing outside. When I look out the basement window and I see snow, I just get all confused, man. So anyway, Friday's trading range was from $9.66 to $10.52. So it was a little less than $1, but still, there was a trading range there. They just trended up through it. You know, if you buy in on Tuesday, potentially you could catch a little bit of trend. If they keep doing it on Wednesday and you swing trade it, you make some more. Or they could pull back. We don't know. So anyway, institutional ownership is currently 78.95%, but it does look like institutions have been selling off some of what they bought into. Looks like they bought low, and now that the price is coming up, they're trying to sell high. Will the stock go higher? Who knows? It looks like insiders own very little of the stock. And that's pretty common in the paper industry because some industries require that whenever you become upper management that you have to buy a certain amount of stock and everything. Paper industry to retain people because the paper industry was so bad for a while that they typically don't have those rules. So anyway, hopefully you get some good ideas of what you can do on Tuesday. I keep wanting to say Monday. Anyway, it's Tuesday. and it's going to be a short trading week, but hopefully it's a profitable week for you. And I would love that you just keep coming back and watching my videos, and check out my website, please. There's a couple other ideas on there, but I don't think they're quite as good. They were just strictly based on price. Some of the stocks that I've got posted on there might be a little sketchy.